Hello, we are Group 5. My name is Jocelyn, and I'm going to tell you about the Renaissance. Okay, this is a movement that refers to a stage of cultural, artistic, and literary flowering that occurred mainly during the 16th and 17th centuries. The Renaissance placed the human being at the center of their vision of the world, and what they call humanism. The individualism was also promote a vision that encouraged the artistic expressions and self-awareness of the creators. In this period, they were inspired by the culture and philosophy of ancient Greece and Rome. For this reason, Leonardo da Vinci stood out with his painting, such as the Last Suppers and the Mona Lisa. On the other hand, the use of reason and empirical observation was promoted as method to understand the world.
Talk about Renaissance in art. High Renaissance in art, which flourished for some 35 years old, from the early 4090s until 1527, when Rome was sacked by imperial troops and revolved around three towering figures, Leonardo da Vinci, Miguel Angel, and Raphael. Each of the three embodied an important aspect of the period. For example, Leonardo was the last Renaissance man and solitary genius to one branch and to study was audience. Miguel Angel used creative powers, connecting vast projects that drew on the human body, and Raphael created works that perfectly and express to classical, harmonious, or beautiful serene.
Hello, Miss Katie. My name is Darlis Tumbaco, and I am going to talk about humanism. Humanism was an intellectual movement that is the reason for the ism exists in that world, also referred to the renewed belief in the value and the power of the individual. Humanism had at its core the belief in two things: individualism and secularism, which is a departure from religion. But I have to clear something. Humanists didn't really reject Catholicism and they didn't reject religion, because they just wanted to take the ideas from the ancients and use education to better understand the world while still retaining their Catholic beliefs. Also, it's important to talk about Petrarch, who is a fundamental character in the history of humanism. He was one of the most influential humanist thinkers. He is regarded as the father of the Renaissance, and he made history because he scoured the monasteries of Europe for ancient texts and promoted the study of classical Latin. Also, he promoted the use of something called the vernacular. Thank you. Next, my partner.
William Shakespeare's sonnets, published in 1609, are a collection of 154 poems that explore universal themes such as love, the passage of time, beauty, mortality, and desire. The first 126 sonnets are addressed to a young man whose identity is not revealed. Shakespeare praised him for his beauty and virtues and exhorted him to marry and have children to perpetuate his beauty. He also explores contradictory feelings of love, admiration, and jealousy, often reflecting the transition of youth. From sonnet 127 to 152, the tone change and the poems are dedicated to a mysterious, dark-haired woman. The relationship with this lady is complex and passionate, also characterized by desire and guilt, with contradictory emotions of attraction and pain. And the last two sonnets are allegories dealing with the power of love and desire, with reference to classical myths.
Well, to sum up, Unit 2, humanism was a cultural and intellectual movement during the Renaissance that emphasized the value of human beings, individual potential, and the study of classical antiquity. It focused on education, the arts, and the rediscovery of Greek and Roman texts, encouraging a shift away from medieval scholasticism and toward a more secular view of the world. The Renaissance itself, following this humanist philosophy, saw a revival of art, literature, and science, particularly in Europe, where figures like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo contributed to shaping a culture that celebrated human creativity and achievement. And finally, we also saw Shakespeare's sonnets, a collection of 154 poems that address themes such as love, beauty, time, and mortality. Each sonnet consists of 14 lines, in permatemper and a specific realm. Dear Rich, imagery and emotional depth have left a lasting mark on poetry and literature. Thank you very much.